Well, everybody, welcome back to segment 3, the final segment of episode 46. So I'm super excited about my next guest for lots of reasons. One, I just love their concept. I think you're going to be really interested to hear more about what they're doing. But also, they are a Relentless Business Alliance partner, and so I'm super excited about the work that we'll be doing together. I so believe in their concept that I'm going to be definitely encouraging folks to come on board with Vendvana. So tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Okay. Hey, everybody. I am Mary Ellen Twohey. I am the co-founder of Vendvana. And what Vendvana is we are a trade network. So basically, you can buy and sell extra goods, services, time, things of that nature for trade credit. And then with those trade credits, you can buy goods, services, appointments, things of that nature from other members in the Vendvana community.
So basically, you're a barter network.
Correct. Yes. So, if you look at it, there's 3 ways to pay. You can pay with cash, you can pay with credit, or you can pay with trade. So our tagline, I know earlier you're talking about BNI, one of our taglines is, why pay cash when you can pay with trade? So save your cash, pay in trade.
So I love that. And I met your husband, almost 10 years ago now, I think, at some networking event. And so he always knew that I believe in collaborating. And for me, what we're doing is we're collaborating. Relentless Talk Radio and Vendvana are business partners. What we do is we're collaborating to support each other. And that's how I look at it. Like, I'm giving something, you're giving something, and we're growing together. So what you've done is genius, because not everybody is like me. They can walk up to people and say, hey, you know what? I need bookkeeping and you need marketing. So how about I give you marketing and you give me bookkeeping?
And the cool thing is,
right? But you guys have systemized the process of, hey, if you've got a good or a service that you can contribute and you need other goods and services, then we've created a really cool format for you to join a community to create opportunities to do that.
Correct. At one-on-one trading, it's multi-party trading. So, for example, if you do not want my chickens, but you want Joe Smith, you want his gorillas, you can buy his gorillas. So it really helps in that format, to where in the old days where it was one-on-one trading, you had to buy what I was selling. Well, now you don't have to buy what I'm selling, because you can use your credits with other people in the network.
I just love it. I'm just in love with the concept, because really for me, what you've done is I know there's some things that I need this year, and I don't have to go out and look for one person to do it. I can find maybe 3 people in your network that are able to do it. So maybe one person give me 2 hours, another person give me 10 hours, another person give me 5. I don't have to look for one person that has 20 hours to get this one thing that I need to get done. So I love the whole concept. So why did you put this together? Because this is definitely a passion project for you, right? This is not just about making money for you. You really believe in this stuff.
Yeah, so, it's really what's our why? And our why is more than just a trade network. Our why is we wanted to create a community. We wanted to create a selective collective, because, as entrepreneurs, we're very lucky that we can wake up every day and do whatever we want. So when we created this business, we wanted to know that every day we wake up, we're doing what we want to do. And so that's really the drive behind it, is, building a collective of like-minded professionals who just want to do good work, get to know people in the area, and just have that synergy amongst a group of people where, it's rise all boats. If I'm doing good, you're doing good, and let's make everyone else do good too. So it's really that whole, that givers gain mentality as well.
So I just love that selective collective. I wrote that down.
Yeah. Yeah. So one thing,
you could say, for example, bookkeeping, right? So I'm hiring a new bookkeeper this year. It's probably going to be a Vendvana bookkeeper. I don't want to hire just any bookkeeper, because if I'm not doing my books and someone else that I trust is going to be doing my books, and so I don't want to just have any Joe Schmo in there, because that can create huge problems. So I've had some bad bookkeeping experiences where I had to go clean it up. And like, I don't have time in my trajectory right now to clean up another bad bookkeeping experience. So
Yes.
I'm looking forward to finding a collective, selective person to work with. I just love that. So what's
Awesome.
the biggest lesson that you think you've learned? Because you guys have kind of been at this for a while. You haven't just get an idea and just open your doors. You guys actually did some market research. You really got the platform ready before you, Erica had kind of like dripped on this when we had a meeting about a year ago when we were talking about Relentless Talk Radio and the Relentless Business Alliance that I was building in relation to some of the other things that he was doing. But you guys were working in the background to get this done. So what have you personally learned in the year that, to getting set up and getting rolling? What's your biggest lesson?
Well, I would say, I know like we were talking earlier, is when you're going through the startup phase, when you are doing your initial research, don't go through with blinders on. Take your blinders off.
Right.
Listen to everyone and anyone who will talk to you, who will give you any advice, because the more you listen, the more you see what the actual market wants, then you will need to be able to pivot. You'll need to be able to be like, oh, well, maybe I should try it this way. I wanted to do it this way, but maybe, my actual audience wants me to do it another way. So really taking that chance to just have intention and go, but just listen, keep those ears open and just listen to what's out there. I know, like, for example, we did a 1 million, we really like 1 million cups. So we did one of the presentations at the Phoenix chapter in downtown Phoenix, and we listened to what they had to say. We took their feedback as a good way. It's a captive audience of, about 30 entrepreneurs, and we wanted to know really what they had to say, took that feedback and adjusted. So it's really, whenever you have those captive audiences, listen to what they have to say and either go with it or adjust just to make sure that you're hitting your target audience.
1 million cups, what is that?
It is a platform for startups. Well, I think you have to be 1 to 5 years new, like a newer company, but it's a place where you can pitch. You have 6 minutes to pitch your company, and then
feedback.
Yep. And so it's a non-judgment zone kind of thing. It's just a place where you can go just to, get it out there and refine your pitch.
I just love that. Because, sometimes, you think that that you're building something to look and feel a certain way, but people are perceiving it a different way.
Yep.
There's two parts to that, though, because like what you're doing is really original and unique. So some people might not be able to see what you're doing right away because it's so original and so unique. They're just people are kind of conditioned to say no.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's what we call, it's an education play. So it's not just, hey, this is my product, will you buy it? There's more of an education behind it. You have to explain and go a little bit more in depth on how this service can actually benefit someone. So again, that's why, like I said, when you're out there and you're just getting going, listen to the feedback. Listen to what people are saying, because they're your audience, and if you need to refine that so that people can get your education play down faster, that's the whole key. That's the whole, that's what you're doing. So
you want to shorten that growth curve down. So you just said something else was interesting to me. You said the benefits for the folks that are using your service. So there's entrepreneurial benefits. So two entrepreneurs working together, but one of the organizations, one of the things that you're super passionate about is nonprofits, right? So not the benefits for the nonprofit. This is not just a for-profit situation. Like a nonprofit, like for example, I just did something for Amanda's Hope, a painting for Amanda's Hope. A nonprofit could really benefit from what it is that Vendvana offers. Tell us a little bit about how you're passionate about nonprofits.
So, like, a lot of nonprofits, their whole goal is they need to raise money to help keep their nonprofit going. And a lot of time they have galas, they have golf tournaments, they have they have events where, let's say, they sell, you know, golf holes, they sell tickets, they sell, you know, something for a monetary value to then help with the nonprofit. Well, let's say if you have some, you know, let's say you have a golf hole that goes, that no one buys. Well, then that's $0. Well,
Right.
what you can do is, you know, let's say you want to put 2 golf holes up for $1,000 on the Vendvana marketplace, and then someone purchases those 2 golf holes. Well, now you have $1,000 in trade credit that, let's say, you can help offset your line item of printing. You know, you need to get posters made for the event, or
Right.
you can offset another line item of whatever it happens to be. So yeah, so nonprofits can use the you know, use Vendvana as well, because it helps them with their bottom line just like anyone else. And another cool thing is Vendvana's, the trade credits are, they are seen in the eyes of Uncle Sam as currency. So let's say, you know, you have 10,000 Vendvana trade credits at the end of the year. Well, you can donate your trade credits to a nonprofit, and that alleviates some of your tax liabilities to Uncle Sam. And now the nonprofit, they have the trade credits that they can use to buy things to help with their bottom line. So it's kind of that giver's gain, to where, you know, if you really want to donate to nonprofits, you can do it with your Vendvana trade credits.
So of course my philanthropist networking fundraising brain is on, and I'm thinking, like, if I was a nonprofit and I were doing a golf tournament, I would actually have a certain amount of things that I was donating in advance, because I would want my printing for free. I would want my, you know, some gifts for free. I would want my tickets for free. I'd want maybe my venue for free. I'd want to do as much as I could where no money was coming out of my pocket, because less money out of pocket for an event, but more money in your pocket, right? So I would actually be planning in advance to use Vendvana dollars for as much as I possibly could.
Yep, it's a good way to help with the bottom lines. Like you said, the bottom line of what event, you know, the different line items that you have. So it can definitely help keep cash in your pocket, but still getting those line items that you need.
And I love that from what you're saying about, like, the printing vendor, right? So the printing vendor is going to be doing marketing anyway. So a lot of smaller businesses aren't able to do $1,000 whole marketing. So you can do something that maybe you've got $200 coming out of pocket, but you're getting $1,000 value. So you're not buying the $1,000 gift that you're giving Vendvana. You're donating your services and whatever the cost for your services is. So really, on both sides of this, both for the business owner and for the nonprofit, this is like a no-brainer.
Yes, yes.
It's just a totally no-brainer. But I think that you guys love the idea of working with nonprofits because it's part of your why, right? It's part of.
That is right. And we also did Pledge 1%, where we're pledging 1% of our time and revenue to give back to local nonprofits. So it's all the way to our core. It's really part of our, you know, our mission and vision statement, of why we are doing what we're doing.
I love that. So we have a couple more things I want to hit before we sign off. We're running a little bit behind, but that's okay. We got started a little late. What have you not thrown the baby out with the bathwater? So that's an over topic for today. You and I talked a little bit about this, where you just can't give up because one thing doesn't go your way, right?
You know what? It's funny. Again, it's kind of like, don't bang your head against the wall. Look around the wall. You know, I'm sure you've heard many people who they just keep banging and banging and banging, and they're like, I just don't understand why. Well, it's like, well, just maybe step over a foot and look around the wall, and the answer will come clear. Right. So, you know, because if you just keep banging your head, you could be like, I'm done. This is not worth it.
Yeah,
this is too much heartache. I'm done. But it's like, wait a minute, take a step back, and just step over a foot and see what's on the other side of the wall. I definitely think that's a good way of looking at it.
Don't quit till the miracle happens, right? I mean, that's kind of how I look at that. Like, you know, sometimes I think you're closest to your success when you're just about to give up. You know, at least that's been a way for me. Like when I've looked at everything, I'm like, crap, I've got no other option. And then maybe I let go of something that's a good thing to let go of, and then like that wall moves, and there's a whole big sunset. It's like that. That's like that show with when they do the house and they put the truck in front of the house. You got this big giant 18-wheeler in front of the house. They roll the truck away, and there's the renovated house behind it. I think sometimes when we throw the baby out with the bathwater and we just give up, and the truck moves like 30 seconds after we gave up, it's like, oh, I can't believe it. I just gave up and just missed that opportunity, and there was the solution just there around the corner. You said, I love that. I love that.
Just keep going. Just keep going. Don't stop.
You have I'm going to be inviting a bunch of people, and I'm super excited about this. You and I have thought about like who we want to invite to this event, but there's an event happening on November 20th up at the Cave Creek Patio Grill. One of my favorite places in Cave Creek, and a fellow Cave Creek Carefree Chamber member when I was up there with my story. So I'm really familiar with them. But you guys are having an event on November 20th. Tell everybody about that event.
Yeah, so basically it's a community meet and greet because, again, it's more about building that selective collective and just being around people of like-minded professionals. It's another avenue to, come have, some food and drinks and just get to mix and mingle and network with other local professionals. Again, we're always looking for, good people to do business with. And, it's that saying, it's not necessarily about who I know or, what I can do for you. It's about who do I know. And the more people we know, the better, because you just never know who you're going to meet. You never know who that person you meet, who they're going to know. So it's a meet and greet just to get out and meet some new people and just chit chat and get to know each other better.
And it's Michael Weddle, who was just on before you, just posted on Facebook, keep going, just don't stop. He totally agrees with you. So it's awesome. Yep. So Michael, you should tell your BNI chapter, because Mary Ellen is actually a member of BNI Paragon. So it is definitely a pro BNI event. So you should tell everybody he's a member of Aspire that meets on Wednesday, 9:15. And Mary Ellen is a member of Paragon that meets on Tuesday mornings, if I remember correctly, right? Tuesday morning?
Wednesday at 9:30 as well.
Time. And it's funny how you stop going on a Wednesday and I have Tuesday on the radio. But this is definitely a pro BNI event. So it's definitely let people know in BNI at your Aspire chapter that this is happening, and it's a great way to meet like-minded professionals. I just love that. I just love it. And it's a great way to support a local family-owned business in the Cave Creek Carefree area, which a lot of the businesses up in that area really need support. So the food's great. And you're going to have a bunch of nice people there, right? I'm sorry, what? There's going to be a bunch of nice people there when you get there.
Of course. Hey, we're all nice up there. And there's not too many opportunities up in the North Phoenix area. So this is a great chance for, especially the people in the North Phoenix area to get together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is there a ticket charge for the event, or is it free, or what's
It's free, but we would like, if you could, RSVP. If you go to vendvana.com/community, you will see our RSVP link on there. It goes to an Eventbrite link. It's free. But again, we're just trying to get a head count just to make sure that, we have enough food and drink for everyone.
So it's I'm going to put it up on the screen. It's vendvana.com/community?
/ community.
Mm-hmm. Vendvana.com. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and send it. So, other than going to vendvana.com, is there a way for people to get a hold of you? How do they find out more about what you're doing?
So we're active on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And then, I'm Mary Ellen Twohey. I'm active, again, my personal profile, active on LinkedIn and Facebook. We're at Vendvana. Pretty easy when you make up the name of your own company, you can get all the handles. But yeah, look us up. My email address is maryellen@vendvana.com. phone number is 480-725-2323. And we're always around. And I love to talk. I love to do one-on-ones. So if anyone's interested, yeah, we can get together and get to know each other.
So give me your number again slowly for the podcast people so they can write it down.
480-725-2323.
And I love the story about how you got the name Vendvana. So it's Vendvana.
It's the ease of doing business.
So it's like Nirvana with vendors. Vendors and Nirvana together.
Mm-hmm. Ease of doing business.
So we have about 25 people that I'm going to be personally inviting. Kind of like on a mission to get as many people to know about what you're doing as possible. I really believe in what you're doing for a couple of reasons. It's in alignment with my values. I believe that collaborating is the best way to grow a business for two reasons. One, financially and economically and revenue-wise, it's really smart business. Mm-hmm. From a relationship marketing perspective, it's really smart business. But the way I look at it is, people would say to me, Michelle, you're such a great networker. Who taught you how to do that? And I thought, well, I never looked at it like networking. So if you came to my dad's bicycle shop in Rutland and you said, Frank, while you're working on my bike, where's the best place to get a sandwich? My father would stop what he was doing. He would go out into the driveway. He would point up the hill to Gill's, which you could just barely see the sign at the top of the hill. And he'd say, go to Gill's and ask for Frank's special. And he helped grow Gill's. Now, did he do that because they were throwing him a spiff or because he was, he had a share in stock or something? No, he did that because we knew the family that owned Gill's, and they had a growing family like we did, and we were being supportive of them because they were supportive of us, and we were just growing our businesses together, and we were just being kind to each other. Plus, Gill's had the best dang grinder anywhere on the planet. I swear, I've never had one better. So that's how I was raised, and I think that what you guys have done is super smart because you've taken a really old way of doing business and you systemized it, and I just love that about what you've done. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And thank you so much for coming on Relentless Talk Radio today, and I look forward to all the amazing things that we're going to do together.
Awesome, Michelle. I know I'll see you soon, so thank you for having me. I enjoyed this, and thank you.
Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
All right, everybody. So that is the end of episode 46. I hope that you got some value out of today's show. Vendvana.com, and if you can find Michael at Michael.isfit.com, Michael.isfit on Instagram to find Michael. So really appreciate having you guys watch today on episode 46. I look forward to seeing you all again here next week at 2:30 at Relentless Talk Radio. Thanks a lot, guys. It's a wrap.